Hi there and welcome to Get Fit Friday. Today we're going to be talking about how to work those postural muscles. A lot of us tend to slump forward when we sit. We kind of have that rounded upper back and kind of that forward head position. So what today I wanted to talk to you about is just a few exercises to kind of get you to sit more upright, kind of have that neck in that backward position rather than being in that forward and rounded position. With desk jobs, this is a common postural fault that we'll go towards. So those of you who sit a lot or work at a desk, this is a good exercise bit that you guys should include in your kind of weekly routine. So first I'm going to start with just some scapular exercises. So the scapula are those two wing bones on the back of your shoulders, and they're important for helping us raise our arms overhead, kind of helping with that retraction position that we were talking about. They work with our core a lot to be able to lift overhead and do things like that. So the first position that you're going to work in is going to be hands and knees. So I'm going to go over there. So you want your knees directly under your hips and your hands directly under your shoulders. If you have wrist issues, you may use fists if you prefer. I'm going to keep flat hands for today. So once you're there, try to make sure everything's balanced like a table. So as you notice in my spine, I'm not dipped down here. We want to try to get to that nice flat back position. One of my problems I have is hyperextension of my elbows. So I'm going to keep my elbows just soft. Try not to lock them out. So the first thing we're going to do is try to activate our shoulder blades using our serratus, which is a muscle that attaches from the back side of the shoulder blade and then wraps to the ribs and helps keep the shoulder blade from like winging off your back. So all I'm going to do is what I call a push plus. So I'm going to let my shoulder blades kind of drop down, coming towards each other. Try not to lose my flat back, and then push up through my shoulder blades. Again, not trying to round, just trying to push through the shoulder blades. So it's down, shoulder blades kind of come together, and back up. Okay. So this is going to help with those shoulder blade muscles to help with lifting overhead, decrease the winging in your shoulder blades. And I'm also using my core here with my shoulders. Okay, so then a progression, you can try lifting your arm out in front of you, holding that up position. So I'm in the up position, I'm going to try to maintain that and raise my arm out in front. Okay, then I'm just going to alternate and bring that back down. Good. And you can breathe with that, so it'd be an inhale and then an exhale back down. Okay. If you want more difficulty, you can add the opposite leg as well. Okay, so it's going to be like this. And then come back down. Try not to dip way down here when you lift the legs. Straight out, back down, straight out, and back down. Good. So that's kind of where I like to start people. I was kind of looking at the camera, but one thing to watch for on your neck is to not let your head kind of tip up like this when you're doing it, but to keep the neck nice and straight and long. So I'm kind of tucking my chin in when I do this. So make sure when you're doing this exercise that you get into that position. The next progression is going to be into either a kneeling plank or a full plank. I'm going to skip straight to the full plank just for time's sake. But it's the same thing if you're on your knees. So you get out here into plank, okay? So I'm trying to kind of tuck my butt under. So most people kind of have their butt sticking up like this. Try to curl that under and flatten that back out. Okay, once you're here, you can just hold plank. As you can hear my voice, I'm getting tired already. Or if you're tricky, you can do some pushing up onto hands and then back down. Or you can do what we just did in hands and knees and do that push plus here. Okay, so those are some progressions, and as you can hear in my voice, like they're challenging. You're gonna get tired from that. Next, I want to show you a couple that are just for your shoulder blades. So you want to lay on your stomach or over a ball. Either one is fine. So I'll show you just on my stomach first. And so I'm down here. You can add a pillow under your hips if you feel like you're really arching your back. And then you're going to try to keep your head as neutral as you can, so you can just put it down on the table. Okay? And then my arms, I'm going to make first a T and then a Y shape. Okay, so I'm not going to be looking at you for this, so just kind of watch. So head down, thumbs up, lift, and I'm squeezing my shoulder blades as I lift, and then coming back down. And then the Y, out in front, head down. Okay, so just to kind of explain what I'm doing there, when I'm coming out into that T shape, I want my hands to be straight out. I don't want them to drop down here and pull, and I want my thumbs to be facing the ceiling. So it's going to look like this from the front view. And then the Y's, I'm coming up and over, and I'm trying to lift from my shoulder blades still on both of these. So I'm not raising it with my arms as much, I'm trying to get that shoulder blade to squeeze and pinch together in the back. So those are just a few kind of core / shoulder blade / postural exercises you can work on. And they're definitely going to be working on your neck. So you want to make sure you keep that neck in that straight position, that you're not letting your chin poke out or head tip backwards, okay? If you have any questions, feel free to comment. And that's it for Get Fit Friday. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.